Y'all know my little ladies are obsessed with their mailbox. So guess what we have to make? You guessed it, we have to make envelopes. Are y'all ready to come make a love letter envelope? Started out with 2 pieces of fabric. Now these are 8 inches wide by 12 inches long, and then I angled the corners right here, and I made my little heart and my stamp. So there's a template at hometownquiltcompany.com that has this template and the placement of the heart and the stamp. Download it, print it out, cut your pieces out. The first thing we're gonna do is stitch our heart and our stamp on. Now I just stitched these with a straight stitch because I don't really care if they fray. They are probably not gonna be washed, and I love the straight stitch on there, but you can do it with a zigzag if you want to. Totally up to you. So I'm gonna sew my stamp on and my heart on. This is definitely one of my favorite Valentine projects. I love the love letter stuff. It's so nostalgic and sweet to me, and the cloth envelope and the heart and stamp. It really doesn't get any cuter than this. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Now I'm gonna lay them pretty side to pretty side, and I'm going to sew just across the bottom. That's it. Now I'm gonna take mine to the ironing board, and I'm gonna iron this nice and pretty and flat. I'll be right back. So I've ironed it flat, and that's important because now we're gonna turn it right sides together again. We're gonna turn it back inside out, put pretty sides together, pretty side to pretty side. This is not complicated, but it's a little bit confusing, so follow along, okay? We're gonna take the center of it and pull it up until it's just below, about a 1/2 inch below the top of your envelope, where it starts to curve, okay? And you're gonna bring this up and you're gonna make it match. Do you see that? Pretty side, we pulled that up, and then we're pushing this over. Let me show y'all that again. It's not difficult, but just follow along. Okay, so pretty side to pretty side, right? We're gonna grab the middle that we just ironed flat. Took it to the ironing board, we ironed it just like this. Open it back up, we're gonna grab the middle and pull the middle up about a 1/2 inch below where it starts to go in. And then you're gonna take your other piece and you're gonna put it up until it matches. Now I'm gonna sew here to here, and then I'm going to sew here to here. I'm not going to sew this shut, okay? So here to here and here to here. I'm gonna sew it with a straight stitch and a 1/4 inch seam. I'm going to get that 1/4 inch seam by following the edge of my fabric with the edge of my presser foot. I'm gonna back stitch when I start and when I stop, because my grandma said so. I get so tickled at the comments when I tell y'all what to do and I don't say because my grandma said so. Somebody always reminds me that I forgot to say that. But I do back stitch when I start and when I stop because my grandma said so. She told me if I didn't, my projects would fall apart. I've sewn here and here and here and here. Now I'm gonna take my fingers inside this hole that I left, and I'm gonna turn it right side out. I'm gonna push out my corners with my fingers, and then I'm going to top stitch only the top of the envelope. Oh my goodness, look how cute it is. Okay, so I'm gonna fold this in just like this and close my hole. I'm gonna top stitch here across the top, closing my hole, and down the other side. I hope when y'all look at your stuff, you get as excited as I do when I look at my own stuff, because it never gets old. Every single time I think, wow, I just made that. Oh my goodness, that's it. Look what you just made. This precious envelope for the sweetest love letter ever. Whether it's to your little people or to someone special. Somebody asked me about making things that a little kid could give to their class. These would be perfect. Not a lot of fabric, not a lot of time, but a lot of bang for your buck because they're adorable. My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher, and I would love for you to come sew with me.